What's up, YouTube? It's EricALionsFan. I appreciate you checking out this video. Today we're going to look at a Perrin Brewing Company beer. These guys are out of Comstock Park, Michigan, which is on the north side of Grand Rapids. This one is called their No Problems, a Session IPA. This beer comes in at 4.8% alcohol by volume. And I can't remember what the IBUs are. I think that's under 50. I think I've seen 45 IBUs. I'll go back and I'll double check in here on my computer. I didn't write it down here on my post-it note here. Beer Advocate doesn't have enough ratings yet. They only have 8 ratings. Rate Beer has 23 ratings, so they have enough. They give it a 75 overall and an 80 or a 56 in the style. So they kind of like the beer, but for the style, they kind of don't necessarily like it. I think it's kind of in the middle of the road. I went on to one of their YouTube channels for about the beer here on the Perrin Brewing on YouTube, and they say they use 7 kinds of hops, and they predominantly broke out 2 of the types of hops that they use. They use some kind of experimental hop, and they have Mosaic. And it's a 45-second video. I'll go ahead and put it down in the description box if you guys want to see it. If not a big deal. But anyway, guys, there is no reviews on YouTube for this beer, at least that I could find. So this is, I think it's the first YouTube video for this beer on the internet. So for an amateur like myself. So without any further ado, guys, since I really don't have any ratings on YouTube to kind of compare it against, I only got 1 from Rate Beer. I'm going to kind of say I'm on my own on this one. So I looked for a bottled on or a canned on date on this beer. I didn't see one. I don't know if it got rubbed off or it's just they just don't have the capacity to print it yet. But Perrin Brewing, for these kind of IPAs, it's very important you have a bottled on date or a canned on date on these type of beers. Usually they're good for 90 to 120 days, or it becomes a malt bomb after a little while. Probably after that point, the hops are going to significantly fade, especially after 90, 120 days. It's not going to be up to the freshness point. And if any point after that, it could become a malt bomb. And especially at 4.5, not 4.8. The beer's not going to last very long. So try to get these as fresh as you can. So Perrin Brewing, if you're big enough to distribute, you're big enough to have a bottle on or a canned on machine to print the dates on here. So step up your game, guys. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and crack the top and see what we got. There's a little story on here, but after I pour it into the glass here, I'll go ahead and read it off to you. Gonna give it my aggressive pour like I always do. I don't have any particular glass that I use these for, guys. Just pick out any glass and go ahead and use it. Alright, let's go ahead and have the head settle down there. There we go. Alright, guys, presentation is a white head, kind of foamy white, small to medium bubbles. On top here, small bubbles around the bottom. Looks kind of like a, maybe, at least from here, an unfiltered beer. I can tell right there, maybe it's a little bit filtered. I hold it up to the light, you guys. It is a filtered beer. I can see right through it. There's very small bubbles rising up to the top. So, it has pretty good carbonation. Right now it's at a 3-finger head pour. It was probably more at 3.5 to 4 when I first poured it in, possibly 5. But let's get a nose on it and see what we got here, guys. Yep, it's like the typical IPA smells. Like grapefruit, oranges, melons, pineapples. There's 7 kind of hops in this beer, guys. And I can't tell the hops apart, I'll admit. It does smell like it has some floral style hops along with the citrusy style hops. I am getting some floral hops in there, like a flowery style. Not really getting any alcohol presence on this beer, although with a 4.5%er, you're probably not going to get that. Or you shouldn't be getting that, really. Alright, guys, let's dig in and see what this gets. Bottoms up, guys. Cheers. Getting big grapefruit notes, the citrusy style. It is watery. Although with a 4.5% session IPA, it's kind of a given. I don't think it's up to the caliber of a Founders All Day IPA. I think that's kind of the pinnacle that all beers should reach for a session IPA. Also, guys, another beer that kind of goes up to that Founders beer but isn't distributed is Bad Brewing's Moonburn Session IPA, which I'll get to here in a little bit. I got to go down and grab a growler of that, but I'll go ahead and I'll do a video on that one. That one's just as good as the Founders All Day IPA, although Bad Brewing does not distribute their beers. You can only get them at the brewery. So. Yeah, like it's very watery, citrusy notes, very light, crisp. It is crisp and refreshing. There is a little bit of metallic taste. There's hardly any malt presence, at least to me. There's not a very big malt presence on this beer. I don't know if I would get this one again, guys, from Perrin. On the side here, guys, it says, our Session IPA burst open with aromatics of fresh citrus fruits, ripened melon, and a distinctive floral banquet. Weaved carefully under the hop bitterness lies a light, semi-sweet malt body that finishes in a crisp and clean fashion. And it is crisp and it's clean, although I'm not getting the malt body, or semi-sweet malt body. I'm not getting that. It's okay beer, guys. It's not really anything that I'm probably going to search out, but like any of these beers, guys, we'll go ahead and let it warm up. Usually I don't let these light Session IPAs do that, but maybe more flavors might come out, and maybe a little bit more body might come out here too, although I'm really not digging this beer really at all, guys. I got to admit, I'm not digging it. I would not. Right now, I'm based on what I'm tasting right now, I probably wouldn't get this beer again. So, but anyway, guys, let's go ahead. Let's get it warmed up. I'm going to sip on it here for about 15-20 minutes, and then I'll be back. I might watch the nightly news. So, let's go ahead and do that, guys, and I'll be right back. Hey, guys, I'm back. Sorry. It's only been a couple of minutes here, guys. My parents called me to go to dinner with them, so I'm going to go to dinner. So, I'm just going to wrap it up right here. I don't think it's, I think I'm going to give it a C-. I'm going to give it a 70. I think it needs more body for a 4.5%er. It needs, the hops are there. I will say that. The hops are there. They're the juicy style hops. I'm not getting a whole lot of floral hops on the taste. There's no alcohol presence or whatever. It's just too light. It's just too light for me. I kind of want a little bit more body for a Session IPA. Yeah, it's just too light, guys. It's kind of in the metallic flavoring too, or the metallic taste that I'm getting from the can here is not pleasant either. So I think a 70 is a good score. Although I will say that Perrin Brewing needs to get a canned-on machine if they're going to start putting these IPAs out, so people know what the freshness of the beer is. Like I said, if they're big enough to distribute, they're big enough to have a canning dating machine. So anyway, guys. If you've had Perrin Brewing before, what do you guys give it? You guys give it an A, B, C, D, or F? I give it a 70, a C-. I'm probably being a little, to me, I think I'm being a little gracious about giving him a 70. It's probably more of a D+, D beer. It's just too light, guys. And I know Perrin Brewing makes some pretty good beers. I like their gold a lot. I do like their gold. But this one just doesn't hit the mark. Just doesn't. Anyway, guys, if you guys had this beer before, go ahead and put it down in the comments, and also do a like, subscribe as well. And as always, guys, if you've had too much to drink, please get a designated driver. I don't want to see you guys get pulled over, get thrown back in the cop car. You're going to get court fees, prison time, jail time. And you guys, you hit somebody or you kill somebody, you're definitely going to go in the slammer for quite a while. And if you kill yourself, you're going to be 6 feet under. Just don't do it, guys. In this day and age, do not do it. Just don't. Sleep off your buzz and go get your car in the morning, all right? And anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hope to see you guys again soon. Deuces.